Hey, so we're here again with a tutorial video. um, so I made a video on how I make webtoons, and every, artist has a different creative process. This is just mine, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. This isn't like you have to do it this way. This is just what I do. You can do whatever you want, obviously, but I just thought I'd show how I do it just because I wanted to. I just kind of felt like doing this. So that's what this video is. I hope you enjoy it. So, yeah. If you want to read my webtoon, I have it available on Webtoon. Obviously, it's in the description. This is a spring episode that I'm showing you, and if you want to see the whole thing, just feel free to go read it on Webtoon. But yeah, let's get into the video. So first I do new file. This is Krita, by the way, that's what I use. I do 800 by 10,000 pixels because I like to work small increments. My computer is old, so that's what I have to do. And then I save it because that's the most important thing. You don't want to do a bunch of work and then forget to save it. So I've decided to just save periodically and remind myself. And now I'm gonna open it, and now there's a picture there. I put the adorable picture of Petal Sky and the little guy with a cherry blossom tree, and them just being cute. And now I'm adding all the other pictures, so I'm just gonna let you watch how I do it. I have pre-drawn all the pictures just because I'm not gonna bore you with that. That's a long, arduous process. So I take a picture, I copy paste it, and then I scale it, I resize it, make it easy to, make it make sense in terms of the spacing, the pacing of the story. And I just do this with every picture. So I'm gonna just let you watch the process. Yeah, I'll shut up now. We have little guy looking super cute and adorable. He literally looks just like my cat. I modeled him after my cat. Oh, shout out to little guy's TikTok. He has one if you want to see his adorable moments. Anyway, I'm coming back while I'm editing this, just trying to plug, of course, because, times are tough. Only in this picture, actually, now that I'm looking at it, his ears are kind of tiny. It doesn't make sense. Oh yeah, and I just to make sure I don't put the same picture again, I make it invisible, as you just saw. And don't worry about those hard edges. We'll fix them after we get all the pictures there. I'll show you how I fix that. Petal is everything I wish I was. Oh dang, there's a synchronicity there. 1441. That's a mirrored number. Oh my god, it's 11:11 when I'm recording this, guys. It is my divine purpose to be a webtoonist. Just saying. Spirit told me so. Alright, so we have all the pictures from here. Now we're gonna get the next one, and I won't bore you with that. I'll just skip over all that, because I feel like it's gonna be repetitive if I show you the entire thing. So I realized I couldn't fit this here, so I was like, oh dang, never mind. So this is how I do it. This is how I kind of make my webtoons different. Most people, they put, oh yeah, and if I forget something, I go in, and this is just in case you ever forget to do something, in this instance, you know, they're married, so she has a ring. And so what I'm doing here is just adding a ring to her finger. Yeah. A long arduous process of just adding a ring and the tattoo, because she also has the tattoo by this time, because this is, you know, a prophetic dream that Sky is having in this moment. So she has the ring, but she also has the tattoo from when he got her the tattoo. Yeah, I don't know if people really understand if what's actually happening in the story at this point, because I feel like they suddenly, yeah, if you read my webtoon, you'll understand, but if you don't, you probably won't. Now I'm putting the tattoo. It's just a little moon that I don't know if people understand the significance. But anyway, this is just me being the perfectionist webtoonist that I am. Oh my god, did I really record all this? Okay, so this is that's how I add stuff, right? So now we're gonna, I do my webtoons different. Most people put them in boxes, but I just do it like they're all kind of floating. Not because I'm lazy, I just prefer this kind of thing because I feel like I like to make the entire thing like an art piece almost, because I'm an artist. I'm Petal, so I like to make it like a full art piece. That's why there's no, I've seen like a few webtoons do this, but I don't think it's as common. So I'm just cleaning up all the edges here, and I don't really make them fit into squares. I don't really, like, you know, at least for this specific webtoon. For my others I did, but for this one I didn't really want to do that. So I just fix the edges after I put them, after I've already drawn them, I fix the edges. So that's what I'm doing now. Sky was kind of having a kooky moment with that low shirt. Wait. Whatever. We have adorable Petal looking like a chibi over here. So something else I do that's like different. Right, I'm such a hipster, whatever. I make the entire background, right? Like I was saying, I make it all an art piece. I would rather make it like an art piece kind of thing. So I just take the airbrush tool and kind of just lightly, oh yeah, and you want to make sure with the layers, right? You want to make sure everything is on a different layer, because it's not going to be, I've actually accidentally put it on layer 1, and then when I go to erase something, it erases the entire thing, and I'm like, no, that was a long, and sometimes I still make that mistake despite doing this for like, my god, it's going to be 2 years next year. But anyway, yeah, that's a rookie mistake, but everybody still makes mistakes like that, honestly. So here I'm wanting to get more of an even edge, but, you know, more of an even transition between the grass here, just so it can like transition smoother. That's part of like what I do. This is just how I do it. This is not, you have to do it this way or else. Oh yeah, and I use the brush. I found out different ways that I could like mimic texture and stuff using different brush tools and brushwork in the software itself. I use Krita, by the way. I don't remember if I said that earlier. It's a free open source software that works pretty well. And then this is when I realized, I was like, I shouldn't do that because then I'd have to draw more leg for Sky, and I really didn't feel like doing that. I didn't feel like doing it, but I didn't have the time to draw his entire leg, so that's when I decided, like, wait, I probably shouldn't have this go this low. And I covered it in pink, because pink is my favorite color. Pink and black. Black pink. Who else loves black pink? I love black pink. Anyway, and yeah, you can, I'm transitioning between pink and white here because it's kind of like, you know, we have Petal taking a selfie because she's cute. And I'm also, all the pictures, they don't have any white in them. I didn't paint them white underneath, so I go through afterwards, and that's why I said you don't want to be putting it on the same layer. I go in afterwards and I erase all the pieces that are supposed to be white. I do that for the entire thing, and now I'm showing how to add dialogue boxes. This is how I do it again. I don't do it like other people do, at least not for this webtoon. Flower Crown Day. And then I change the font and reformat it and do all that fun stuff. That's actually, fun fact, the same font I use on my book cover. I just love that font so much. But anyway, you can change the color if you want to. Always make sure to save, because I've noticed, for me at least, it could just be my computer is old. It's literally from 2015, yeah. 2014? 2014, oh my god, I got it my first year of college. Oh yeah, and I also learned rookie mistake, right? Every time you're doing another layer for a title, especially if you do it the way I do it, and you don't have them pre-made already, you want to click a different layer before you go on to the next one. So instead of going from vector layer 1, vector layer 2, you'd want to click on layer literally anything else except the title layers, like that, right? And then after you've got all your, it'll all be on different layers, but if you don't, you know, click them that way, you're gonna end up, like, accidentally putting it all on one layer, and then it's not gonna make sense. So don't do that. So anyway, now I'm putting on the little dialogue. And when it's Petal talking, I usually use pink, because she's the rose, right? She's a petal. So when it's Petal talking, I use the airbrush tool and I do pink on the dialogue. And when they're thinking, I do a color and the blend tool in the middle. That's what I do. And when it's a thought, so you can see through it, that means it's not solidified, right? That's the general idea, but anyway. And so those are all what she says. And then I go back through, make sure I didn't forget any, and then for Sky I use gray, because he's the sky, and the sky can be blue, it can be gray, but right now it's gray because he's, you know, he's blue and gray. And for the shadows, so this is a kind of, for my story, right, it has to make sense for you to understand, but basically for the shadows I do like a blood red color. The shadows get blood red color. And it's Sky's shadow speaking in this instance, so that gets the blood red color. Because as you know, Petal's shadow, R.I.P., her time came and went. Then I kind of have to go back and make it white font. So that's what I'm doing here. and I always save it. I literally save it after every single thing. And here I'm just like finessing, just correcting, just, you know, leave me to be my perfectionist webtoonist self, because honestly. So now I'm showing how I transition from one to another, because the way I do it, right, isn't like everyone. I do the same dimensions with the 800 by 10,000 and 300 ppi, pixels per inch. And then I take the, I copy and paste the layer. This is from a different point in the story. Obviously I'm jumping around because it doesn't really matter. But I go from the bottom of the first, go all the way at the bottom to make sure there's no like difference. The very last pixel on the last page. And then I take, I make another layer and I paint it. I heavily paint over it with like a heavy marker kind of tool or whatever I can use. So, and I like go even harder just to make sure that there's no, and then I take the blender and kind of blend it nicely. So that's how I do it. That's how I transition from one to another. And then I save it. And that's what I do. So yeah, this was the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is part 1. I'm gonna do a part 2, and I'll be talking about how I upload it, the upload process, and how to cut it up and stuff, because obviously you can't upload an entire strip like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna get going now. Thank you for watching it, and one last time, if you want to read my webtoon, it's linked in the description, if you're curious about any silly little jokes that I said, go ahead and read the webtoon. Anyway, I'll get going now. Bye!